All right, so I think this is going to be kind of a quick breakdown of how to use meliodas, things I've noticed, and in PvP and in PvE. So the new Nemesis meliodas, obviously, the guy is a beast, really powerful, really good character. I've actually been playing with him with different setups because he really just enhances everything. So let's give a quick breakdown of his abilities and all that fun stuff. So this is the 7th anniversary Meliodas. It's Nemesis Meliodas. To start off, the guy's broken, right? Completely broken. There's no other real way to put it. His unique. Look at that. I have to scroll a lot. One of the best things about him, the final battle, all right. So his unique is the final battle, and it's all. So that means everything. It applies to everything, all content. It applies to PvP, PvE, um, deathmatch. What do you call it? The demon match. All everything, right? And that's really important to emphasize because there's a lot of different things that it doesn't apply to. The talents, that's the only thing that it doesn't really carry over, and that it would actually be, it doesn't carry over to deathmatch, but he realistically doesn't need it. Now, why is he so broken? Well, if he's in his own team, right, and team full of applicable allies, and bear in mind it has to be a full team of applicable allies. He gets what I would call unlimited counters, right? And I'll read through it and I'll explain it more as I go along. But let's cover the unique first because there's a lot of ground to cover here. So the final battle increase basic stats of applicable allies participating in battle by 10%, and increases all stats of the hero by 7%. I think the passive increases by 5% when you have 6/6. But otherwise, it's 10%. Now, applicable allies, demons, and seven deadly sins. Now, this is where I would say I'm a little irritated because he doesn't actually. The applicable ally isn't Elizabeth. He doesn't work well with Elizabeth. Elizabeth is not an applicable ally. She's considered goddess or human, but not a seven deadly sin. So that's a little frustrating, but whatever. Uh, when all enemies participating in battle are applicable allies and the hero is not in assault mode, the hero gains Trillion Revenge at the start of the battle and at the end of the ally's turn. This effect is removed at the end of the enemy's turn. Trillion Revenge, right? So, listen to this shit. Trillion Revenge. Immune to debuff effects. Immune to stance cancel if applied at the start of the battle. Counters and exact vengeance when ally is attack. Vengeance inflicts damage equal to 70% of the initial max HP. Additional damage equal to 150% damage taken. So that should just if you haven't used this, the blessing in disguise, the talent, that's how you enter assault mode. You just get an automatic counter at the end of your turn. So you go to the next turn. On your enemy's turn, he has counter. No ifs, and or buts. It makes him immune to debuffs, which again, what the fuck? He's immune to stance cancel, so you can't even remove it. He does 70% of his HP. His HP is a good amount, even at the lowest right now. I have 184k HP on him, and he's not maxed out. And an additional 150% damage taken. So if whoever takes damage, so let's say you deal 1 mil damage, he returns 1.5 mil. So yeah, okay. Assault mode comes from the talent, right? Assault mode attack related stats plus 30%, damage dealt by 70%, does not take reflect or counter damage, grants immortality, and street decrease immunity. Remove barrier buffs before unleashing all target attacks, limit 2 times. Assault mode is enhanced according to the ultimate level, so assault mode can actually go up to 50% extra damage or 50% attack related stats. Why is this good? It makes him immortal, right? Why is it bad? It doesn't give you the Trillion Revenge. the Trillium Revenge is really useful. And I feel like sometimes I would really just rather not use assault mode and use another talent just because the Trillium Revenge is so useful against enemy players in PvP. But that's my take. You do have a limit to how many times you can use the Trillium Revenge. I mean the assault mode. You have unlimited Trillium Revenge, but you have a limited amount of assault mode. It doesn't, it's 3 times per battle, not, like every. You can use it back to back, so you could go 3 turns in a row with immortality, basically because of assault mode, but he is really limited, so he doesn't do counters when he has assault mode on. Okay. If there's 2 or more surviving applicable allies where the hero has Trillium Revenge, they are granted a 50% damage taken suppression, and their final damage taken is decreases by 30%. Grants applicable allies debuff immunity for 1 turn at the start of the battle. So when Trillium Revenge is applied, he makes his the allies immune to debuffs. That one's actually a little bit broken because I have seen that it doesn't proc the way it should on PvP. Sometimes it procs properly, sometimes it doesn't. So I feel like they need to fix that. But I have done a PvP where Meliodas, for whatever reason, just ignores like the 50% damage thing, where there's a buff that when you apply it to the character, I think Escanor has it. When he goes into the field, he can only take 50% of his HP per turn, but Meliodas just ignores that. And then um, debuff immunity, I feel like, is supposed to clear out your debuffs. So if you get a debuff when this applies, you're immune to the debuff, so it clears out the debuff. If you've already been if you already have the debuff, it doesn't clear it sometimes. But that's just something for that. Those are just notes I have in my head for him. Okay, when the hero uses a single target attack, Hellblazer or Hellblaze is applied up to one enemy for 3 turns. When the hero uses a skill on an affected enemy, their damage suppression is halved. So Hellblaze, damage taken plus 70%, decreases final recovery rate by 7% for every 5% of the diminished HP. The hero is immune to Hellblaze. Um, their damage suppression is halved. Huh. I feel like that might be why my Escanor took more than 50% of the damage. So basically, I feel like if the buff is you only take a max amount of 50% of your HP, it changes to you take 75% max amount of your HP. So that's probably what that is. But that's for single target attacks. Okay, if the hero does not take damage from an enemy's skill during the enemy's turn, all enemies are afflicted with Shadow Engulfment for 1 turn. If the hero does not die from an enemy's ultimate move, the ultimate move gauge fills by 3%, limit once. Shadow Engulfment, all stats 50%, minus 50%. That's broken. I forgot how fucking. So basically, if he doesn't take any damage for 1 turn, he decreases the enemy stats by 50%. And then if he survives the ultimate, he gets 3 orbs. And it looks like at 5 out of 6, he gets 5 orbs. So that means he, full ultimate. Now, I feel like sometimes he's a little bit hit and miss because his skills, so let's go through them. Abyssal Strike inflicts Dark Destruction damage equals to 200 attack on one enemy. Dark Destruction, 3x crit chance, 3x crit damage increase. Damage dealt plus 70% afflicted by Hellblaze. So, if you do one single target and then you do another single target, you're going to do an extra 70% damage increase on top of the affected by Hellblaze. And then you have Violet Lightning Flash, inflicts Dark Assault damage equal to 180% attack on all enemies. Dark Assault, 3x pierce rate, 3x crit damage, additional damage equal to 100% hero's increased attack. So Violet Lightning Flash works more with the Assault mode, and Assault mode removes barrier buffs before unleashing all target attacks. That one only if the buff is what do you call that? That only works if the buff is fudge. What is that thing called? This only works if the buff is gray, I think. No, blue. If the buff is gray, it doesn't remove it. Because for the Demon King, he puts up the shields. That's considered a barrier, and he doesn't remove it. And the same thing for Escanor's barrier. It doesn't remove it. Escanor's barrier is considered gray. And yeah, here's a quick showcase, I guess, to give you an idea. Damn it, I dropped some of my energy drink on me. Okay. Quick, super quick. This guy, fastest way to take him down, only kill him. Don't kill his minions. If you kill his minions, he takes a lot more damage. Skadoosh. And see, I don't like that it's only 2.224k, but that's a free 224k. Like, I need to be a little bit more grateful in this regard, you know? 195k. Like, it's still 195k, 329k. See? Okay, so as you can see, he lost his reflect. So I'm going to go over here. And I'm just going to quickly go 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I should have replaced Gother with the Gother that increases ranks. Not this one, but this one's so useful for utility. Excuse me. Ah, fuck, I forgot that bond does a lot of damage. Okay. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's because I'm worried these guys are gonna die, and it looks like they might. It's fine. I'll have to kill this guy quickly. 290k. He's fucked. Yeah, 283. Okay. Yeah, I need to kill this guy now. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then let's do that. Yeah, there we go. Finish him. Oh shit, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see, so because I have the assault mode on, and I thought it would deal more damage. Because I have assault mode on, he doesn't actually do reflect damage or the counters, which, you know, like, that's frustrating. And then right now, for example, I feel like I could have cleared this, killed this boss with Escanor, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't meant to be. Which, I mean, fine, but still, you know. That's annoying. Okay, now he gets a counter. Trailing Revenge. And see, so now he gets the counter, so that means I feel like he should get rid of the debuffs, but it didn't remove the debuff. It should have removed the debuff, because all these guys should clear debuffs. Okay, see, again, hang on. Only 170, only, come on, Meliodas, you're embarrassing me here. Only, I mean, to be fair, this is like the hard version of the boss, so that's why the damage isn't quite there. But I don't know. I feel like you should be doing more damage. Because this is supposed to be 380k CC. These guys are only at 330. But the synergy that they have is really strong, so that's why they're dealing so much. 224k. 655k. Okay, I thought he was going to do more. Let's do that. Assault mode. This should finish the battle, even if Meliodas doesn't finish him off. But it should. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, Meliodas, you embarrassment. How could you? Only 600 and. Oh god. Escanor did 2.5 million. Okay. I'm just being a dick. Like. This is why I say don't kill the minions. Okay. Um. Let's see. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. This should end this. 100. Oh my god. Meliodas, what is this, man? Escanor, I've placed so much faith in you. I even avoided using Merlin. I mean, Gother, because I was like, you know what? They can do this. Oh, he's fucked. Okay, we should win now. Yeah, 563k. I don't know. Still really good team synergy. Let me see if I could do this. You know what? Because I remember I did deathmatch and I absolutely obliterated with Meliodas. It's just that again, sometimes I feel like I'm using the wrong venue for it because here, look. Let me see by himself. Preview. Okay, so we're gonna do one Hellblaze, 741k. Two, 718k. Why was that less? See, this is what I mean. Like, sometimes I feel like they need to kind of like redo the math on this because see again, this is assault mode, okay? In theory, there should be a 70% damage increase. 1.4 mil. 718. But with assault mode, it should be so much more. But it's only 1.3. So, okay, let's see real quick. 3.2 mil. Either way, regardless of how this is dealing damage out, like Meliodas is still really strong. Like that's a 3.2 mil on gold. That's a 1 mil. It's a little frustrating because you have characters like Escanor or even the recent collab characters that can deal more. But I feel like the collab characters are definitely going to lose up against this character. I'll have to make another video because I'm a little unsatisfied with this. And I need to cover PvP. But that's for another video. We're already at 20 minutes. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, leave a like if you like it. Leave a dislike if you don't. Subscribe.